this is it. This is it. Like, the brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. And it's crazy how a kid that wasn't real smart, I was forced to go only internal. External had to go away. The external world had to go away. And living so deep inside myself, it was me in this brain and figuring out how this thing works. And it's, so many people are doing exactly that. The supplements, the this, the that. And I agree, it helps. But once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable to almost anything. Yeah, you can't beat death. You can't whatever. Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements, the right internal dialogue at the right time, with the right hit, with the right proof of what you've done in the past, and you send that right to the right circuit, dude, you're a fucking beast. A beast. But once again, you just can't read about it. You can't sit back and be a theorist. You have to be a fucking practitioner. And in that practice is where that becomes proof positive. And what I'm saying is like, God, like David Goggins, he's blowing my mind. What is this? He's not crazy. And so many people, a lot of people, have listened to me in the right way, and they come back and they're like, I'm totally on board. It happened. It happened. I'm like, it'll keep going, man, if you keep doing it. But that is it, man. There's no sun. There's no glory. There's no carrot. There's no victory. But there is all of it in one. I just can't explain it real well to people, man. But what you get at the other end is something that you're always found. You're never lost anymore. Doesn't mean the journey's easy. Doesn't get any easier, but you're always found.
So it's been about over a week since I've deleted my TikTok, since I've deleted my Twitter account, since I've deleted my Instagram. I don't really care for Twitter. I didn't really have any big affiliations with that, but I had a lot of content on TikTok. If you followed my TikTok, or if you saw the gym content that I originally posted, I was trying to follow in the path of ski mask duets and get shredded and build like a fitness following. I was trying to go viral. And I just got lost in chasing vanity. Same thing with Instagram. I was doing these daily meditation edits, these daily yoga edits, these daily gym edits. I was getting lost in chasing followers and lost in things that don't really matter. I was just chasing vanity. At the beginning, when I first started the project, it was to hold myself accountable, and it truly did hold myself accountable for me to get used to these new routines and to better myself. Because if you look at my first video, I was down bad. I had acne, I had low self-confidence. My body I was like skinny fat. Now I've lost a little bit of weight and a little bit of muscle strength, but that's due to setbacks. I had an illness a few months back, like a stomach virus, E. coli and all that jazz. But everyone has setbacks in life. But this last year in 2023, I got sick 5 times in 1 year, which required antibiotics. So there was many setbacks in my fitness journey. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that I've been over 1 week without any form of social media. I deleted my Discord over 2 weeks ago. So I had 2 accounts. I had an alt account and I had a real account that was me with my face and everything. And they're both gone. None of the cringy or even worthy things that I made are there anymore. They're all gone. And that part of me like felt a little bit lost. Part of me felt a little bit like disheartened that I lost those memories. On to my next point. It's been over a week since I deleted Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. TikTok and Instagram have a 30-day policy, so if you delete the accounts, you have 30 days to relog in to regain access. and I didn't deactivate the accounts, I deleted them. So if I let the 30 days pass, which will come January 24th, they're going to be gone forever. So will all the edits that I made, which I spent quite a few hours, to be honest. Overall, spent quite a bit amount of time making those edits. Although my Instagram, I eventually curated and deleted all the cringy reels, because I tried these dating profiles, and chicks are asking, "Oh, do you have Instagram?" It's so weird today to not be on social media. Everywhere I go, especially walking around Bangkok, like Benchikiti Park, people are posing, taking pictures of themselves, taking selfies at these cafes, taking selfies of themselves at these parks. Some with professional photographers taking pictures in front of plants and trees and posting them on Instagram. But for what? As I always say, social media is validation from strangers, and I was just chasing vanity, trying to build a following, in the hopes of what? Gaining money, in the hopes of gaining sponsorships, in the hopes of gaining a following. I always thought that I would push myself harder if I had more followers on TikTok in the gym. That my gym journey and my grind would be harder the bigger my following was. But at the end of the day, that's extrinsic motivation, I think, right? And what you're looking for is intrinsic motivation. What you want is motivation to come from within. And it's through deleting these social media apps that if I continue and I don't reinstall them or relog in before January 24th, everything's going to be gone. That means I won't be able to see the stories of my old friends that I used to go to school with. That means I will lose all the memories or the pictures that I posted. Although I have them on my phone, so that doesn't really matter to me that much. Part of me feels disheartened that I let go of social media, but I no longer find myself mindlessly scrolling through my phone. I kid you not, when I had Instagram, when I had TikTok, I wasn't such a big user of TikTok. I was mainly creating there. I didn't really consume TikTok content because I found TikTok pretty cringe, to be honest. But Instagram, I would always find myself incessantly, habitually just opening the app when I was bored or when I was waiting for the MRT or the buses when I was commuting. I would always find myself just picking up my phone and scrolling through stories of people that I used to go to school with, people that I used to know, even if they were good friends, but that I haven't spoken to in years. And it was just to keep myself busy, keep myself entertained, instead of just embracing the present moment and looking at what's around me. And I just want to read a passage from the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, because I've been reading How to Win Friends and Influences and The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck lately. And I've been doing a lot more reading and mindfulness practices. And I've started doing yoga again every morning. I've started meditating. I've started going to the gym again. I'm going to get back on my gym grind 5 days a week next week again, because I've really been severely slacking. And I was slacking because I wasn't really posting anymore on TikTok. At a point, for me, the gym, I think I started going to the gym only because I wanted to impress my followers on TikTok, only because I wanted this social validation. I wasn't really doing it for me anymore at a certain point, and that's completely wrong. So I just want to read a passage from Don't Try, which I think is chapter 1 from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Mason. Suffering through your fears and anxieties is what allows you to build courage and perseverance. Seriously, I could keep going, but do you get the point? Everything worthwhile in life is won through surmounting the associated negative experience. Any attempt to escape the negative, to avoid or quash or silence it, only backfires. The avoidance of suffering is a form of suffering. The avoidance of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. Hiding what is shameful is itself a form of shame. Pain is an inextricable thread in the fabric of life, and to tear it out is not only impossible but destructive. Attempting to tear it out unravels everything else with it. To try to avoid pain is to give too many fucks about pain. In contrast, let me turn the page for you guys. if you're able to not give a fuck about the pain, you become unstoppable. And that brings me to the point of what the David Goggins quote said. You have to look within. And deleting social media for me has been one of the best things for my life, because I'm not looking for this social validation from strangers anymore. That's what I think social media is. It's just validation from strangers. Who really gives a fuck? I was posting pictures. I was posting really decent and high quality pictures and reels to in some vacation spots, but no one was liking them. No one that I knew was personally liking them. Maybe I got like 4 or 5 likes, and the algorithm was constantly changing. And then I was in a Discord creator group. Everyone's discussing about how the algorithm's changing, and caring about social media, giving so many fucks about a thing that doesn't really matter, that doesn't really affect your life, because life doesn't happen behind pixels on your screen. It happens outside in the real world. And when you're off your phone, when you're off your laptop, when you're walking around in nature, when you're interacting with other people face to face, that's life. And I also want to read another passage from this. To not give a fuck is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action. And that's the most important part of life, is to take action. So just reading by itself, reading these self-help books is not enough. You have to take action if you want to change your life. And by deleting my social media, if I can go through with it, and like I said, it's been over a week, and in January 24th, my Instagram and my TikTok will be fully deleted, so I'll have lost all of the edits. All my edits were saved on one hard drive, but that hard drive broke, so I kind of wanted to make like a gym journey, like a fitness progress, like reel, right? But I have a 6 month fitness journey, so if I ever do like a 1 year or 2 year fitness transformation, I'll just use the clips from that. But taking action is what's most important in life, and I forgot that. For so long with social media, I was only doing certain things. I was taking pictures of certain places. I was taking videos of certain locations because I wanted to appease the algorithm. I wanted to get more likes. I wanted to get more followers. And what did that bring me? It brought me nothing but emptiness and chasing vanity. I lost who I was truly becoming, and I wasn't finding my own self, and I wasn't seeking any personal growth because I was never living in the present moment. I was always thinking about the next reel. I was always thinking about the next shot. I was always thinking about, how can I go viral? As a grown-ass man, as a grown-ass 27-year-old man, I was thinking, how can I go viral on Instagram and TikTok? Because let's be honest, I mean, if you do have a platform on these social media apps, it is beneficial. You can get sponsorships, you can get free shit, you can make a bunch of money depending on the size of your following. But at the end of the day, is it really worth the cost of your mental health if you're not being authentic to yourself? And I feel like my content at the beginning was truly authentic, but then it started slipping away, and it started becoming something that I wasn't. And even through my authenticity did like speak to people. And the things that do go viral on like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, it's just silly. Like the most viral TikToks and most viral YouTube Shorts and most viral Instagram Reels are just silly pieces of garbage entertainment in short form content where you don't gain any true value in your life. It doesn't add any true value or meaning to your life. You're not going to gain any lessons from a 1 minute clip. You might from a podcast, but that also means you have to apply the knowledge that you learn or you listen to your life. You have to take action. You can't just listen to podcasts and expect to change your life, because that doesn't work that way. So I just wanted to make this video to say that 1 week without social media has been game changing. I've changed my habits completely. I'm now taking Coursera courses again. I'm learning the biohacking your brain's health right now, which is a lot of reading. There's a lot of terms I don't necessarily understand, but through perseverance, through repetition, through consistency, everything compounds. It's consistency that compounds, and through consistency and repetition, I'm going to only improve myself and forge a stronger mental well-being and mental state of mind. So I just wanted to make this video to say that social media is not worth it. It's a hindrance to society, in my opinion. People are just posting and like curating the perfect form of their life, which is not their everyday. Like, sure, some people might go on holidays, some people might have these romantic getaways or whatever, but what people post on social media is not their everyday. They're just posting their highlights, and it seems like everybody's life is perfect when it's truly not. And how happy are the biggest creators, truly? I mean, even if you're making millions, if you're not being truly authentic to yourself, and you're having to constantly keep up this grind of posting, appeasing to your followers, replying to this and that, are you really happy? I don't know. I've never went viral, so I can't answer that. But for me, at least, deleting social media right now has been one of the best decisions I've made for my life. A lot of demons have also come out, I'll say, and I've had a lot more time of being alone and a lot more time of self-reflection and being in my own thoughts. But through that, I'm learning a lot more about myself. And I've deleted social media in the past, but I've never truly taken action. I've been somewhat of a hermit. And if you look at my other videos in the past, I've had problems with alcoholism and cannabis addiction. Pretty much any addiction. Through benzodiazepines, through alcohol, like I've done it almost all. So before, I've deleted social media to work on myself, but I never truly did any work. I never took any action to improve myself. I didn't know about mindfulness at the time. But through some of the free links that I'm going to put in this video in the description, the Science of Well-Being, which actually taught me about mindfulness, which I actually learned from a self-improvement YouTuber, Hamza. I no longer watch this content, but in a dark place in my life, he actually helped me out. And through the Science of Well-Being, which is a free course taught on Coursera by Yale University, you can take it completely free. You don't have to pay for a single thing. All you have to pay for is if you want the certificate, but that's not worth anything unless it's job related. So you can just audit the course for free and get the information, knowledge for free and apply it to your life. Because that's what taught me about meditation. That's what taught me about journaling. That's what taught me about self-care and being more mindful. And now I'm taking the Biohacking Your Brain's Health course, which is teaching me more about nutrition, how eating affects your mental well-being, and just learning more about the brain, which is a little bit heavy for me because some of the reading material in that course, like you get short videos, but you also get articles and reading material. Some of the reading material is like beyond my comprehension, but like I said, through consistency and through repetition, everything will compound. If I stay consistent and I do this daily for at least like 30 minutes a day or a little bit more, then I'll become a better version of myself. And the consistency will compound and I'll learn more. And I'll just become a more rounded individual, which is what I'm seeking to become right now. Because it's through keeping myself busy that I can become the best version of myself. And it's through doing the hard work and doing the things that you don't want to do and taking action that you forge yourself into a better person. If you're only acting in your own self-interest and you're only doing the things that you want, that's not going to give you any personal growth. If you listen to the full podcast that I linked in the beginning with Andrew Huberman and David Goggins, which I highly recommend, you'll learn about this. They talk about part of the brain that in order to grow it, you have to do tasks that you don't enjoy doing. So, for example, if you go to the gym and you lift till failure, and then you do failure sets, but you enjoy doing that, you're not going to grow that part of your brain because you enjoy doing that. But it's only through taking action and doing things that you don't enjoy doing that you can grow that part of your brain. So I highly recommend you guys listen to that podcast. And with that message, I just want to say, every action you take, every decision you make is a vote for your future self. So ask yourself, who do you truly want to become? I know that I just want to figure myself out and figure out my life's purpose and figure out my life's goals. And I'm not going to do that through social media. I'm not going to do that by messaging people who I used to talk to or used to be friends with in the past but barely get replies, or hang out with shallow people. What I'm looking for is genuine connections, and I think that will happen in face-to-face interactions in real life in the future to come. Currently, I'm planning to stay in Bangkok and study Thai, but that's a story for another day. I don't want to drag this video out too long. So I just want to ask yourself, who do you truly want to become? Like I said, every action you take, every decision you make is a vote for your future self. And action is the most important thing, because it's through actions that we forge ourselves and forge our future. And it's not the past that matters, it's the present. And living in the present moment. Because social media, all these posts, all this content that you're consuming, and everything you consume, whether it's your food, your diet, the media you consume, whether it's YouTube, Netflix, everything affects your mental health and who you're going to become and your outcome in life. So it's through your actions that's going to dictate your future, and that's going to dictate your outcomes in life. So with that being said, who do you want to become and what kind of future do you want to build for yourself? If you're like me, then maybe taking a break from social media is good for you. Maybe just 3 months, maybe 1 year. Like I said, you can deactivate your account and then reactivate it at any time, but I've decided to completely delete my accounts because I've decided to delete social media completely because it wasn't bringing the personal growth that I was truly seeking. I was losing myself in numbers and likes and things that don't truly matter, and I wasn't truly learning anything about myself, and I wasn't taking the right actions for true personal growth. So, with that being said, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you gratitude and blessings, and just sending positive energy your way, and just take the right actions to become the person that you want to be, whoever that is. If you don't have a problem with social media, if you have a lot of friends that are on social media and you don't have an addiction to it, then it's fine. But I think we need to be more socially aware, more mindful of the content that we consume these days, because there's so much garbage out there. And what we consume really affects our mental health and our mental well-being. So just take action to become your best self and be mindful of the content you consume. With that being said, remember to take action. Every decision you make, every action you take is a vote for your future self. Your boy Mitro out. Peace.
Bands or baby, serve that daily. Have a little look, ears tongue get wavy. Need some food, hanging out crazy. Same tracksuits, I'm hanging out daily. Come out, look at the smell. Leaving the crib, but you'll be back in the